Hey guys, it is officially day 7 of the new year and we are officially day 5 into my Art of Reflection series. So, yep, no, day 6 of my Art of Reflection series. My bad. I'm getting y'all mixed up. But, yeah, welcome back. Now, let's get into this intro. Hey, it's your girl Tay and welcome back to my channel. Here I give you your healthy dose of spiritual big sister advice to help you make the changes that progress you forward for your highest and greatest good. Now, if that sounds good to you and you resonate with that, please hit that like button, subscribe, and tap that bell so you'll be notified of every time I post. Now, let's get into the video. Okay. So, yeah, as I was saying, day 5 of my Art of Reflection series, and y'all, when I say I'm so freaking happy and excited that I've been constantly showing up month over month, baby, y'all don't understand how happy I truly am. So yeah, I just want to take the time to give gratitude and thanks to every single last one of you for constantly supporting me, constantly giving me the inboxes and all that, and you know, just giving me words of encouragement, because I ain't gonna lie, your girl be needing it sometimes, as we all do. But speaking on words of encouragement, that's also gonna go into my video today, because the topic we're gonna be discussing is limiting beliefs. And I know I done touched on it in my prior videos, and I've made several different points on it already, but as you all probably would have figured, yes, I was going to give it this full video because this is a topic altogether within itself. So, yes, limited beliefs. And we basically are going to be talking about how, basically breaking through self-doubt. I don't know where I was getting high from, but yeah, we're going to be talking about breaking through self-doubt and using reflection to rise above your limited beliefs. That's the title of today's video, and let's get into it. And as I told you before, the thing with limiting beliefs, those are those silent killers. Basically, they the things unspoken that are the loudest and overpower everything. Because as I said, if you are in a poor mindset, in a poor state of self-belief, a poor self-esteem, a poor mind frame altogether, it's going to be hard for you to bring in success, bring in new blessings, bring in the new vision, bring in all your manifestations, bring in everything that you're trying to and hoping to accomplish. It's going to diminish that light, it's going to diminish that positive energy, and it's also going to diminish your spirit. Because truth be told, yeah, you walking around with all those negative beliefs, you're going to be in a negative state of mind, and you're going to have a negative perspective of life, both energetically, mentally, physically, emotionally, all of the above. It's all going to be negative. So you need to work on those beliefs. You need to work on your belief system. You need to work on the things that you feel are of essence to you and get rid of the things that are not. You need to change that open self-talk, that mental self-talk, because believe it or not, those are your limiting beliefs. And I'm gonna teach you how in this video to eradicate that, change that, and mull it over for the better. So I got 6 tips for you guys to help y'all do that. And yeah, let's get into it. So tip number 1, as y'all always gonna know, it's going to be to identify and acknowledge the thing or the belief. So as I referenced in the last video, you need to listen to how you talk to yourself. Listen to the things that you're saying. listen to the thoughts that you're having, because those little minor milliseconds of words in your mind or words you say out your mouth, those are reflecting the beliefs you hold to your core. And if those core beliefs are not supporting the version of you you're trying to become, you need to work very, very hard to change that. Example, say I want to do something, or say you did try to do something and you failed, and you tell yourself, oh, I wasn't smart enough for that, it just wasn't meant for me. Somewhere deep down, that reflects a worthiness issue. You need to identify the real cause of why you have this worthiness issue by reflecting on past memories and situations. You could do that by identifying a time where you really tried your best at something and somebody either put you down, you put yourself down, or you failed it and you told yourself that belief. This is just an example. So go back in time, identify that first situation, and as I said in my previous video, you want to acknowledge that event, you want to acknowledge what happened, you want to acknowledge how you felt, but at the same time you're gonna reparent or soothe and be the comfort system that you wish that version of you had in the past in the now. So meaning, you was in a school spelling bee. You tried your very hardest. You ended up losing, or you came in second. And then you, either someone told you, or you told you, just an example, oh, I wasn't smart enough to get it anyway. So at least I showed up and I did it. But second place is good enough. Even though you got some positive in that, that's a very, very negative self-belief. And now you're walking in the fact of, I can't accomplish things because I'm not smart enough. So that's where that current belief and that current self-talk is coming from in your present day. So with that past version of you, as I'm always say, meditate on to give it a name, it's a love and kindness meditation. Tell that version of yourself, you did good, you did well, you did your best, you showed up, you are smart, you are worthy. And tell them, may you be loved, may you be happy, may you be healed. Do that repeatedly until you feel in your heart that you have soothed that wound. And now in the present day, do the same thing. Tell yourself, may you be loved, may you be happy, may you be healed. You are smart enough, you are good enough, you are worthy of the thing that you're desiring. Do that and you can change those beliefs. But first, it takes the time and the patience to sit back and identify where they are stemming from. Is it a worthiness issue? Is it a self-esteem issue, which can also be a worthiness issue? Is it a confidence thing? Is it something that a parent or a guardian has always told you, now you walking with that belief because they drilled it in your head so much as a child? Identify where it comes from, work backwards to fix it, and work forward to do that same thing in the now, and speak life over your plans. It's all about the self-talk. Your self-talk equals your limiting belief. If your self-talk is negative, you have negative limiting beliefs. If your self-talk is positive, you have positive beliefs. That's simple. Identify the limiting belief. Identify the self-talk to get the picture of your limiting belief. Got it? Okay, let's keep going. So, second, Evaluate the evidence, as I referenced in the last video. Take stock of the things around you. If you have a negative limiting belief of, I'm not smart enough, look around you and try to see if anything supports that. Meaning, okay, you say you're not smart enough. Did you graduate? And even if you didn't graduate, do you got your GED? Even if you don't have your GED, can you read? Can you write? Can you comprehend? Do you have the mental capabilities in your life that allow you to be able to have consciousness in your mind, meaning you're not a vegetable? Do you have any, disabilities in terms of the mind? And nothing against people who do. Not saying that they're not smart, but this is just something to think about. Do you have anything that's supporting the belief that you're not smart enough to do something? Look at the things you have done and accomplished. Aren't you smart enough to do those things? So what in your mind is making you think you're not smart enough? Or what in your life is reflecting present day to you that you're not smart enough? Take stock of those things and look at that. Because sometimes we have these beliefs about ourselves and they're false. In the grand scheme of things, they're false. We have no evidence, no real tangible thing to even support the thing we're saying about ourselves. And ask yourself, really write out in your journal or speak in your video diary or your audio diary, is this belief really true? What do I have to support it? And name those examples. And if you can't name no example, then that's your cue to stop being paranoid and stop just beating yourself down. Because as I said in numerous videos at this point, yourself is your biggest critic, yourself is your biggest hater, yourself is your biggest cap, yourself is your biggest pessimistic, woe is me, chicken little character you gonna ever experience in your life. It's all about you, yourself. Nothing in your life, I'm pretty sure with 95% of the beliefs that we have, nothing is gonna support those beliefs. Trust me, I've done the exercises. I looked at the things I was saying to myself and I was like, dang, I have nothing to even support that, so I don't even know. Well, I know where it came from, but just speaking in terms of like, for slang's sakes, I don't know where it came from. So, like, why would I hold something that's not true? Why would I keep holding on to something that's intangible? Why would I hold on to something that has no real thesis or hypothesis about it? It has no real value besides the fact that I'm giving it too much energy and thought and space to dwell in my heart. Because when I look at my everyday life, there's nothing there to support that. So yeah. And like I said, just to drill it back to tip number 1. Once you identify it, take the time to really actively speak differently on it. With limiting beliefs, the self-talk, both verbal and mental, is very important. So if you really need to take the time to listen to yourself in all aspects of what you're saying, because words are spells. We carry words, and we could be cursing ourselves just by the power of the tongue and how we speak it in terms of ourselves. What we got to realize is we be so hell-bent on the things people say about us, outside of us, but we don't really be that same way about us to us. Because, as I said, you are your biggest critic and your biggest hater, but we tend to overlook it. That's why we hold ourselves back, and we are the killers of our success and our growth and our development. It's nobody holding you back but you. So learn your self-talk, change your self-talk. That's how you do that. Tip number 3, challenge your inner critic. So basically, when something negative comes up and you hear yourself saying something negative or thinking something negative, like, for example, I'll never be successful. Counter that with, okay, what can I do today to move forward? Or what around me is reflecting a vision or a reality of success? Because whatever you could perceive or see around you is destined to be is destined to come into you. Your perception is your reality. Your vision is something that's on the way to you. So if your inner self saying, oh, I'll never be successful, what around you shows success? Challenge it. Don't just sit here and wallow in your self-pity and be like, oh, yeah, myself said I won't be successful, so yeah, it's set in stone I won't be successful. Because nothing is solid. Everything is liquid. Everything is fluid. Just like energy and motion. That's nothing but energy and motion, really. So look around. Do you see somebody in proximity to you? And it doesn't even have to be in your everyday life, like somebody you see out in the street or in your community. But it's good if you could like identify people or things of that nature that support success. But look at the things that you're watching on or viewing on social media. Who is the person you're looking up to that really reflects success? And ask yourself, okay, they can be successful and I watch them. I see how they did it. Even though 9 out of 10, they not showing the back end of what they had to do, but you see the success, right? Tell yourself, they successful, why can't I be? And then challenge yourself by saying, okay, you said I'll never be successful, but I'm finna figure out how I can be successful and what I can do to move myself forward, or what I can do to add value that'll in turn bring me overwhelming success and prosperity. Challenge your inner critic. Nothing is ever set in stone. Nothing is ever solid. Everything can always change. Everything can always multiply. Everything can always divide. Everything can always become different. Everything can transcend. We have multiple planes of existence for a reason. We have multiple different timelines and time zones for a reason. Nothing is solid. Nothing is just set. Everything is fluid. So learn the language of fluidity and challenge what you deem cannot be challenged. So, tip number 4, create new empowering beliefs. And this is just basically self-talk all day long. You tell yourself you're not smart enough, double back and be like, I may not have the information I need right now to get that done, but I'm definitely going to figure it out. I can do anything as long as I put my mind to it. I can do anything I desire. I could be anything I desire. You tell yourself, I'll never be successful. Okay, turn it around. I'm not successful right here in this very moment, but I know success is on its way. And yes, it's going to be hard to say things like that, but once you start doing the work to better yourself, you are going to build a better backbone to then correct your self-talk. But everything is going to start when you start to take action. If you're taking no action, yeah, you might as well be solidifying those negative limiting beliefs, because you ain't even gave yourself the opportunity to get started. But once you get started, as I said before, you build confidence. Once you build confidence, as I said before, you build a better mindset. Once you build a better mindset, you then build a better self-talk, because you have evidence that support your new empowering beliefs. It's no longer going to be negative, because you absolutely have nothing to support that. But if you sit and do nothing, you are going to still have nothing. And you're still going to keep those negative limiting beliefs, because you have just solidified and set in stone those beliefs. At your core, it's going to always remain, yeah, you're not good enough, you're not smart enough, you don't have the capability, you'll never be successful, etc., etc., etc. Until you start putting into action to change your confidence, to change your mindset, to then change your outlook on life and create positivity, then it'll change the self-talk, and you will never be able to get out of that low vibrational state. So, it takes action, and it takes you actively speaking life over your plans, actively speaking life into yourself, actively filling your cup before you fill others. You're going to have to actively do that. You can't do that by being a coaster, just gliding through life on a whim. You can't do that by throwing up a wish and a hope and a dream and a prayer. You can't do that by just sitting around doing nothing. It takes action, and it takes patience, and it takes the footwork to build the fundamentals that you're looking to change. You're not going to do it sitting on your couch. You're not going to do it just watching baddies or whatever you're watching. You're not going to do it scrolling on Facebook all day when you got dreams and goals and aspirations that you're not even putting action on. You can't do it. It's impossible. Nothing for nothing is nothing. Something for something equals more something. Just saying. So, keep that in mind and do the work. Tip number 5. This just goes back into what I just said. You can't change your self-talk until you change your actions. Do the work. Do the work. Do the work. Take action. Take action. Take action. That's the tip. That's it. Don't make it don't make it more than what it is. Don't make it less than what it is. It is what it is, what it is. Take action. because you build the evidence that you need. And speaking from someone, like I said, who was the person who just sat around and twiddled her thumb and, you know, constantly went to God like, oh God, I hope you give me this one day. Oh God, I hope I get this. Oh God, I want this. Dear Lord, I'm praying for this. I did all that, but I was given no action. And the Bible even tells you a man must work for his daily. Just as the ants, don't quote me because I don't know the exact scripture, but just as the ants work for their food, a man must work for his daily bread as well. It's something along the lines of that. And also, faith without works is nothing. Faith without works is dead. The Bible tells you on 2 different accounts, if you want something, you got to put some in. You can't expect nothing. You can't expect something from nothing, because you always going to end up with nothing. So, coming from the girl who was in that low vibrational state, scared to do anything, trying to play it safe, you know, coasting along through life because it was easy. But no matter what you want in life, it's hard. It's going to be hard to be successful and become successful. And it's also hard to be in poverty and stay impoverished. Like, you got to choose your heart. And I'm just waking up to the fact that I now would desire to put in some work and get some skin in the game, and at least take the risk to become who and what I want to be, instead of just sitting back doing nothing, staying with a low bank account, negative funds, you know, etc., etc. I'd rather put some work in and test my luck with that, instead of not betting on myself and doing nothing and staying in the same place. But that's just how I feel. You do what you please, but as I said, you can't expect something from nothing. So you make the choice. Now, my last and final tip: surround yourself with support. When it comes down to you changing your self-talk and your limiting beliefs, you got to be around people who are in a like vibration to you. You can't be around the people who are constantly negative in their self-talk, constantly talking down on their own plans, and every time you throw up a glimpse of positivity, they shoot yours down too, because birds of a feather flock together. You are going to be the average of all the people you surround yourself with. So if everybody that you surround yourself with is negative, not doing anything for real in their life, you know, just down on luck and just coasting through life hoping that God gonna drop money and a blessing in their lap, you gonna be the same thing. But if you surround yourself with a bunch of positive people, even though they're not physically in your presence in your everyday life, you are going to have a better chance of being successful and talking better and being better about yourself, because the things you're feeding your mind, your spirit, and your soul are on the more positive frequency. So if that takes you getting into Facebook groups of successful entrepreneur women or men, do that. If that takes you, you know, watching YouTube videos and just viewing things that'll help reshape your mindset for the better, reshape your outlook on money, etc., for the better, do that. If that takes you buying books that do that for you, do that. If that takes you getting rid of these friends that are always negative in your energy because you got to protect your vision, do that. If that takes you getting into therapy, life coaching, mentorship, whatever, do it. Because when you're changing your self-talk and you're trying to put into action to do the things that you want to do, even if that takes you being by yourself and all you got is books, YouTube, and I guess podcasts and some aspects of social media, because you gotta start to unfollow the things that portray negativity too and toxicity. Delete the shade room, delete baller alert, delete drama alert, delete all that, delete the celeb blogs, all of it. Delete the constant endless conversations about high value men this and high value women that, because at the end of the day, all that is a bunch of rigmarole. I'ma just be honest. All of it is unnecessary, is toxic, is stupid. Delete it. Cause what they really be talking about ain't even worth a damn. I'ma just be honest. It ain't worth a damn. It ain't worth 2 pots of piss and some goddamn, it ain't worth it. They talking a bunch of bullshit. Girl, look. Cause I just got mad for a little bit. They be talking about a bunch of bull. All the 8 at the table. Delete it. Cause it's nonsense. When you are striving to be better, you can't afford to let nobody sow a seed in you that is not reflective of the desired outcome you're looking to achieve. So you need to be reading things, you need to be watching things, you need to be listening to things that are going to elevate you, that are going to speak life into you, that are going to reflect the affirmations that you wish to hold dear to your heart. And then you need to start putting into action. And like I said, it's going to take you being alone for a little bit, even though you don't have to be 100% alone, but it's going to take you taking a step back. If the friends you have collectively are not reflecting the range of success and prosperity that you want, it's going to take you taking a step back and getting around people who do, or getting in vibration with people and things who do, to become successful and change your self-talk and your limiting beliefs. You cannot do that when you still in the same environment. The Bible tells us bad association spoils useful habits. The Bible says the fool casts his jewels among swine. What do you think that means? Meaning, a fool is going to sit in the same place around the same negative people and spread his jewels with them. Because I don't really know how to say that better. But yeah, he's going to spread his light with the swine. And he's going to end up with nothing, because you know what swine do? They eat slop for one. And they hold no value with anything. So if you're around the same friends who are negative, always got nigga problems, always talking about the next person, gossiping, always sitting here saying what they can't do, and always talking about what they wish they could do, but they really have all the space and opportunity to, you gonna become the same thing, and they gonna suck the life out of you. Because in our reality, yeah, those tend to be spiritual vampires, those tend to be monitoring spirits, those tend to be those envious spirits. If you're a person of light, you can't cast your light on someone else if they are in a dark, low vibrational state. The only thing that they could do is turn you dark, turn you low vibrational, turn you beaten, battered, and torn. You have to surround yourself with people of light. So you have to get in vibration with success. You have to get in vibration with prosperity. You have to get in vibration with wealth. You have to get in vibration with positivity. Until you do that, you're going to stay in the same place. You're going to keep the same beliefs, because Y'all bouncing that energy back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. That's the only frequency y'all in tune with. Lack, poverty, stress, self-doubt, self-woe, low self-esteem, low confidence. That's all you in vibration with. So, last and final tip, if you want to become better, do better, be around better, see better, get support from the people who are really encouraging you to do better. And I don't mean they encouraging you, but at the same time they got their foot on your neck subconsciously, hoping you don't surpass them. Disconnect from them people, because one thing for sure, and I can speak from complete experience on this, you gon' feel it. Energy don't lie. Intuition don't lie. You gon' feel and see the people around you who cheering you on, but at the same time they hoping you don't surpass them and go far. You gon' feel it. You gon' know. Especially when you get to sharing your dreams and aspirations and your accomplishments with them. You gon' know. So take heed to that. Change the people, change the environment, change the places and things you do, change the things you intake, change the media and the entertainment you have to reflect nothing but positivity, growth, prosperity, wealth, and positive beliefs, positive affirmation, positive self-talk. Then you're going to change yourself for the better. But that's all I have for today. And if you resonated with this video, I want you to type in "777." Type in 777 in the comments. And as I've been doing, I will certainly drop that meaning in the comments for you guys, so you know what you're resonating with. And if this video resonated with you, please like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see y'all in the next one. And just a little take from this. Protect your mind. Protect your heart. Protect your vision. All right. Now, bye.